What is SoReason? That's a question that comes up regularly. So I will try to answer this briefly, and I'll start with a quote from OPAR, page 352. If your society is to be moral and therefore practical, it declares, you must begin by recognizing that moral requirements of man in a social context, i.e., you must define the sphere of sovereignty mandated for every individual by the laws of morality. Within this sphere, the individual acts without needing any agreement or approval from others, nor may any others interfere. So what is SoReason about? It's about trailblazing individual rights. I've spent many years thinking about how a new system can be created to uphold individual rights. Many objectivists think that all the answers are already known. I do not agree with this. What we have in objectivism are abstractions. What we don't have yet is the concrete implementation. I'll give you some examples. We don't have the software we need to uphold individual rights. The software has simply not been written yet. We don't have the desks where people can work. We don't have the description of different roles in a society that upholds individual rights. I do think I have some, but I don't claim to have all the answers on how to build a society of reason. But I do know this, that if I'm going to find answers, then I have to start experimenting in reality how things can be done. So I want to move constantly in the direction of a society of reason. I don't know exactly what software needs to be written to uphold individual rights, but I do know that software should be written for this purpose. I also don't know exactly who is going to sit in which position to uphold individual rights, but I do know that some people will have to do different types of work for this to happen. The goal of this project is to build a physical implementation of a government that upholds individual rights. Obviously, that's a challenge. Of course it's difficult. If it was easy and didn't require much thinking, it would have been done decades ago. But that is the long-range goal. In this project, we have a North Star, a society of reason, protection of individual rights, life as the standard of value. We have a destination for our journey. It might be a long adventure, and it will take time, but we know the direction. The direction is towards a society of reason. Many steps can add up to a long journey. What is a society of reason? It's a place where you can live according to your own values, as long as you don't initiate force against others. Business is thriving because people are free to trade. Trade and money are not seen as evil, but it is protected by the government. Patents are upheld so inventors can spend their time creating new products and bring them to market. Property rights are upheld so people can do long-term planning and achieve their goals easily. Freedom of speech is protected, so businesses and individuals can express their views. The pursuit of happiness is protected. A man can take the actions that will further his life. This is in contrast to most economies where most actions are regulated. People are free to be smart without being punished. This is in contrast to most economies where there's the attitude that the most successful should be punished and have their businesses taken away from them. I'm for giving people the freedom to take the actions they need in order to raise themselves up, as in contrast to cutting people down. The way to stay on target for a long time is to have fun in the process. And that's why we have a slogan, fun today for a fantastic future. There's a lot of fun to be had in the process of achieving great goals. This is definitely worth my time. I hope that gives an abstract overview of what SoReason is about. If you want to have fun in trailblazing ideas for building systems for individual rights, be sure to join our Facebook group. There's a link in the description below. Fun today for a fantastic future. Reason and happiness.